I'm very, very surprised to say that I really loved The Secret Diary of Sigmund Freud. I wanted to watch this for Carroll Kane because I absolutely love her, but when I read a little of what this was about, my gut reaction was, I'm not going to like this. And pretty quickly I determined that actually this works really, really well, and I will explain why I feel that's the case. This was released in 1984, it's directed by Danford B. Greene, it's written by Lindsay Howard and Roberto Mitrotti, with a cast including Bud Cort, of course Carroll Kane, Klaus Kinski, and various others. And the reason I wasn't sure if I'd like it is that Google described it as a fictional biography, the description at the side on Google, and I thought, okay, well, I first of all, for me, that's an oxymoron. It's not a biography if it's fictional. But in general, and I've mentioned this many times before, I'm sure I'll mention it again, if you're going to do a biopic, it has to be as factually accurate as possible. I don't mind creative license to help the story flow, but I went into this thinking it was going to be basically purely a work of fiction, and I wasn't going to like it. But it really, really works. And that's because it is so obvious from the very beginning that it isn't taking the topic seriously. So it's presenting the life of Freud, but not necessarily in any way that's factually accurate, but there's no ambiguity. There was no point. There might be some accuracy in it, but there was no point when I was thinking, am I supposed to believe this? Is this bit a work of fiction? It's very obvious because of the style of humour. It's almost a parody. Because of the style of humour, it's so obviously not meant to be presenting itself as a biopic at all. So as long as you go into this knowing that they're basically just taking Freud and creating a satirical comedy, a medical-based satirical comedy. So as long as you go into this knowing what to expect, and of course, if the style of comedy appeals to you, I think you'll really thoroughly enjoy it. And I'm pleased to say that on this occasion, I don't mind the oxymoron fictional biography because I don't really think it leans into the biographical aspect very much. The fictional aspect, the satire, it's very fun. Very, very funny. It takes a lot to make me laugh with films, and this one really, really did deliver, and I found it to be so creative. It's obviously not going to be very true to real events, so if you're looking for a biopic of Freud, this isn't going to be the film to watch, but as long as you know what to expect going into it, hopefully you'll have as good a time as I did, because I had a lot of fun with this. It's very creative, some really good dialogue, and very amusing for a lot of it, very engaging editing, a great range of locations, and I guess the character of Freud is believable enough as Freud. I don't have any issues with the way the character is presented, but also I wasn't really that bothered. Once I realised what the tone was going to be like, I wasn't really looking for a recognisable version of Freud, so I think the character was not too bad. I don't have any issues there. Freud was played by Bud Cort, and I think he gave a really great performance. Everybody gave a really good performance. We have some good costumes. Some performances also a little over the top in a way that really works well with the tone of the film. We have good camera work and lighting and music, and of course, Carroll Kane, which makes me very, very happy. It's not the film I thought it was going to be going into it, and I'm really, really pleased there because it's a lot of fun, it's creative. If you like seeing Freud in these kind of bizarre mishap situations with some great satire, some fun dialogue, as long as you're not looking for something that takes itself seriously while still being well crafted, I'd say it's worth watching. Not at all the experience I'd anticipated, and I'm really pleased with that because The Secret Diary of Sigmund Freud really appeals to my comedy tastes. I love the subject matter. I love medical films. I love comedies. I love parodies. I love satires, and once I realised it wasn't going to just be a fictitious biography in the more basic sense, it really delivered. I had a lot of fun. Needless to say, surprising myself by saying this, as I did not expect this to be my conclusion, I'm very, very happy to recommend it.